lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real, relevant, and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. I am super excited to be here with you all today, and we have with us a very special guest. She's actually already one of our Freestyle Friday experts, so you get the opportunity to see her often here on The Kim Jacobs Show, but you don't get to see her exclusively. So I have the exclusive opportunity of having Coach P with us today, Pamela Leu-Hing. How are you today?
I am awesome, Kim. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, especially with the holidays happening and everything. I'm so glad that you're taking this time. I was able to be a part of one of your mastermind sessions recently. Mm-hmm. All I can say, and I'm going to say it a lot to everybody that tunes in today, that if you're not a part of Coach P's mastermind program, you are missing out on something that really can change the trajectory, the outcome of your whole destiny. It's a really big deal. So she's pouring so much into each individual individually, but also collectively. So I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to be a part of one of your sessions recently.
Thank you for being a guest. You were the guest speaker, and she's so modest. You know, I just love Kim, but she's absolutely amazing. And she came into our session and she poured tons of value as we talked about how to position ourselves for podcasts and to be guests on podcasts and to have your own podcast. And that's what Kim's expertise is in. And so, Kim, you did an amazing job and the students absolutely loved you and learned a ton.
Thank you so much. Actually, one of your students is going to be taking the training on how to start their own show from scratch. So I'm excited about that. We're going to be going on a 6-week journey. But okay, so listen, we're going to focus and really make sure that we deep dive into what we're here to discuss today. I do want to give you the honor of knowing just a little bit of the backdrop of this leadership growth expert. And she understands how to connect executives, managers, employees, entrepreneurs, and a multitude of audiences to help grow bottom lines by developing people. Listen to that. It's by developing people. She also partners with leaders from the inside out to help release their untapped transformational leadership potential. It's a lot of things that this woman does. And I know that nothing that I say will even demonstrate the level of quality and value that she brings to the universe, to the world. But anyway, something happened in her life that changed everything for her. And I'll let her talk about that and how she made a decision to finally take a chance on herself. And so I'm really, really happy to have this mother, this caregiver for her mother, you name it. She is a super powerhouse in motion. That's what I literally consider her, as our powerhouse in motion coach, as the Freestyle Friday expert here on the Kim Jacobs Show. For past 30 years, she's been doing this and developing people and programs and businesses while being able to gain a wealth of knowledge in strategic planning and sales and marketing. Anyway, I'm happy to have Pamela Leu-Hing here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Welcome.
Thank you, Kim. I'm glad to be here.
So we're gonna get right into everything, because I want people to walk away knowing today, especially as we're preparing to close out the year, how they can catapult themselves like in almost like a slingshot fashion into 2026. So you specialize in helping women become triple threats, coaches, speakers, authors. What inspired you to create that one-stop shop type of ecosystem?
Yes. And it's very interesting, Kim, that you asked that question and you included women now, right? Because we just got our first male student. And so I guess I can I still focus on women. However, we don't discriminate. That's what I say. All right. So
That's right.
getting back to your question, what inspired me was really seeing brilliant women with extraordinary purpose. Women who knew God called them for more.
Right.
I saw them get stuck in confusion and insecurity and overwhelm. I had been coaching at that point, it was back in 2020, for what, 9 years at that time. Excuse me. Pardon me, let me get a drink of water here. And during that time, I'd been coaching and I'd done all these things. I'd written 9 books. I had been on the speaking circuit, been a paid speaker, and I've been coaching men, women, brick and mortar businesses, life coach, business coach. I'm a certified Christian life coach, but I still found myself at a place where I was just unfulfilled. Just put it bluntly, I was unfulfilled out of all those things. And I really, when the Lord, you remember when the Lord sent us all back to our respective corners and said, do not come out until I call you back during the pandemic when everybody had to go to their corners.
Right.
Right. So that's where I was. And I had to come face to face with me. I looked at my life. I looked at my relationships. I looked at my business. And what I found was, God truly called me to coach. I was born, I think I was born as a coach. Coach and
Yeah.
entrepreneur. Those are the two things I was in my DNA when I came into the world. And so I knew I was called to coach, but I had to ask myself, who am I called to serve best? Right. And at that time it was women. And then, there's a lot of women out here, right? And because I'd been in the coaching industry, there's a lot of different dynamics as it relates to this $350 billion industry. And what I found was that we go to coaching certification programs, but we don't know the other side of business. And so really what God did, he aligned my entrepreneurship savvy along with my expertise in coaching to coach coaches. And that's really who I focus in on. So it's developing the leadership in those coaches, developing their entrepreneurship, their professional and personal development skill sets so that they can go out and further impact the world. And so that's what it's really all about. And so, I experienced that same struggle, like I said, in my own journey, and I invested thousands of dollars trying to figure out the systems, the structures, and the confidence I needed to take it to the next level. Yeah. So once I mastered those pieces, I knew I needed to create a streamlined ecosystem where, a coach could come, be equipped in all 3 areas and walk away clear, confident, and ready to move. And that's what inspired it.
That's good. And as I hear you talk, Pamela, because I also know your faith, and I know that you wear so many different hats, so we can talk from a lot of different angles. But I believe that your faith probably helps secure and solidify what you're talking about. Yeah. As far as this ecosystem, because as I hear you speak, I hear people almost being like disciples of Christ, going out and representing him in the most brilliant light possible, even from your training. So talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah. If it were not for God, where would I be? That's the only thing I can say. Yeah. On a personal note, and many who know me may not know this, that I care for my mom. And my mom is my world right now. Right. And so I go between the world of my business and my mom. And without the Lord keeping me, I really don't know where I would be right now, somewhere in the corner, back in a corner. And so my faith is, I can't separate it from what I do. And when I started coaching initially, I had challenges because I said, do I say that? Do I not say that? What do I say? Because I was a Christian life coach. I was certified as a Christian life coach. So it took me a myriad of years to really just settle. And it's not that I was denouncing God, not at all. That's not what I'm saying. But it was as it relates to the marketplace. How do I show up as a Christian in the marketplace? Now, I'm very clear, right? Yeah. And people who know me know that about me without me even saying it.
You don't have to say a word.
You don't have to say a word. But, one of the things that I think as Christians we have to be mindful of is that there's been a lot of Christians out there who have experienced church hurt or just hurt, right? Yeah. And they're uncertain and they're still searching. And so we still must be mindful. So I do my best Kim, not to be, as they say, too churchy. I don't like that word. Right.
Like,
Or
okay, we have to, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, we have to give we're going to have to give a slight little example because we can't just say that, right?
right.
Without,
Gotcha.
hello, everyone. And my name is the Right Reverend Kim Jacobs from Thomas Fellowship Dashikaville. And I'm here to tell you, that's what she means by being, okay, you know what? You could just say hello, God bless you, saints, and all of that, but we don't have to put all of the extras all the time. That's what.
That's right. That's right. And even when I do my sessions, I ask for permission, if they would like to open with prayer. And if not, we can go right into the conversation because guess what? I've already prayed before I've gotten into the room where I get into the room. Right.
That's
So
right. That's right. And the one thing I know this isn't even our topic, but the one thing that I've noticed is that wherever I am, I still am able to exercise my faith. And a lot of times people exercise their faith in their own choices as well. So it's like, I believe sometimes with us Christians, we're putting ourselves on alert and being so cautious and careful when everybody else is able to just freely be who they want to be and say anything, whether it's cursing, whether it's Jesus, or whether it's whatever the faith is. People say it without any issues, but with sometimes as believers in Christ, we have to put more parameters on it. Anyway, we'll just keep moving. Let's see. We're talking about a lot of stuff today, y'all, but here is your beautiful mom, and I wanted to just put that picture up.
thank you. Yes, she is my reason. And allow me to share this, Kim. My mom is bedridden and she's under hospice care at this time. And it's such a blessing to have her, right? It's such a blessing to care for her. It's an honor to love on her. And mommy can do nothing for herself anymore. And so I turn her, I move her arms, I do the range of everything, right? And so when she speaks, her voice is very faint. And this particular day, I was turning mommy, and mommy all of a sudden reached for the side of her hospital bed to the rail. And it was so sudden and so quick, it threw me off guard. I'm like, whoa, I said, look at you, mommy. I said, you're so strong. And she said it just as loud as I'm saying it right now. Gotta do something. And I'm thinking, here is this incredible woman. She can no longer do anything for herself. In that moment, finding strength to do whatever she could do in that moment. That's Kim. Since I got chills right now, remembering that moment. Because guess what? On that day, I wanted to sit down somewhere and just go into a corner and just cry. Before she said that, before going into care for her. And in that moment, I said, Pam, you can't give up. You can't give up. Your mama hadn't given up. She has not. And so if anybody else is out there going through something, which all of us are going through something.
Yes.
I want you to remember mama in that moment of sudden reaching for just to do whatever she could do in that very second.
I'm typing. If you see me looking south, I'm trying to type what you're saying because that is so powerful, y'all. Got to do something, and I need to put a space in there. But
gotta, and it was gotta do something. That was mama's words. Gotta do something, and it was so clear when she said it. I said, "Okay, mama, I get it. Thank you, Lord. That was my push to keep going and to stay inspired."
That right there, that'll preach in its own right. Your mom is basically preaching a message to encourage people that in the midst of any trials, tribulations, when even people have counted us down and out and think that we are on our weakest moment in life, just turning to the side on her own, saying, "Look, baby girl, look, I got to do something. I know you got me, but I got to do something."
Gotta do something.
And even though you may think you're there being a blessing to her, she doesn't realize how much she is being a blessing to you
Oh my
because it
goodness.
inspired you even more, you know?
Oh my goodness. Every day I go in, you
Wow.
know, in the midst of dealing with you deal with what they call it, anticipatory grief, because you don't know from second to second, right?
Mm.
However, she has shifted my perspective even with that. I go in with expectation because guess what? Mama's still fighting. She's
Yeah.
still fighting. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, wow. Pamela, you got me over here. I done brought my black cloth out. When I bring the black cloth out, it's over. It's over. Might as well just go and take a nap because you can have my nerves tore down over here. People wonder why she taking her glasses on and off. I gotta wipe my eyes, y'all. I mean, bottom line, Pamela got me going here.
Uh,
Listen, you often talk about Hmm. Now everything I think about is going to be regarding Miss Velma
mhm,
and the fact that she said you
mhm.
got to do something.
Gotta
So in the theme, as we'll continue that theme throughout the rest of this episode, is in people doing something, they
Mhm,
have to package their brilliance.
mhm.
What does packaging your brilliance really mean? And why are so many men and women, now that you coach men and women, why are so many men and women struggling to articulate that in the
Mm,
market?
that yeah. So packaging of brilliance is a term that I don't know if that's what I coined it, but that's what we use, and we've been using it for years, right? Because all of us have gifts and talents,
Mhm.
purpose within us. And I thought, wow, what is my gift? What is my true gift? My gift is helping people package their brilliance, their God given brilliance. And so this means identifying the transformation that you're called to create,
Mm,
organizing your expertise into a clear format, and presenting in a way that communicates three things: value, credibility, and authority. So when the coaches struggle, it's because they've been conditioned to undervalue what comes naturally to them.
mm,
So they don't realize their story, their skill sets, and their lived experiences are marketable assets. So I help those coaches see themselves differently. And this enables them to step into the marketplace with confidence and with clarity.
mm. Y'all
Mhm.
make sure you are capturing these notes, stepping into the marketplace with confidence, confidence, and clarity. I'm a
Clarity.
big note taker, so that's why I take my own notes. If y'all if y'all know, you'll be seeing comments over there, and it's my own notes. Confidence and clarity, organizing your life and your thoughts.
Mhm.
And this isn't just about being a coach and putting it into motion in your business, but if you have confidence and clarity, you can do anything in
That's
any aspect of your life, and it's going to be brilliant. People will be baffled by how in the world is this woman,
right.
Pamela Leu-Hing, able to care for her mother,
Mhm.
able to care and travel the world and work with her children and be supportive of her children, coach other masterful leaders, and then be on stages with George Frazier, international networking guru, you name it, you're going to see Pamela Leu-Hing.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't seem like it's any major effort that she's putting forth. And then she comes out looking, she comes out looking like this. I was like, how is that possible? How is it possible for you?
Mhm. But God, that's all I can say, Kim. That and that got to do something. That's how my mother raised me.
Mm,
That's and she's holding on to that even now.
mm,
And she would always tell me. So I'm mommy's only child. So I have siblings, but I'm mommy's only child, and I hated to go to bed at night. I was a night owl. I hated to get up in the morning, right? And she would every morning wake me up. The alarm clock is what it was. If you don't get out that bed, you never mount to nothing. Get out that bed and let's go. So when I went to college, Kim, that was my alarm clock. I have never used an alarm clock.
wow.
Yeah, mama's voice was just that powerful. And those words every morning, you got to get up and you got to move now.
She's like getting going. So every morning you can just hear that resonating in your spirit. And it's like, okay, 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 mom, I hear you. I hear you. And you're waking up talking to your mom, even though she's not there because she's embedded it so much in
I
your
got
spirit.
up. I never missed a class.
That, so that lets you know the power of parenting from the perspective of being able to instill something, no matter how young your child is, and then watching it take root
That's
and
right.
blossom throughout their lives.
That's right. That's right.
Interesting. That's great. This is great. I mean, I don't know about y'all. Put your comments. I'll make sure I come around and do some flash rounds and check your
Yeah.
comments out. If you have questions for our guest today, which is also our Freestyle Friday expert, Pamela Leu-Hing, please make sure that you put them in the comment section and I'll pop them up and we'll talk through them as well. But you say your clients come from a range of personal and professional development,
Yes.
different niches that they come into the fold with. What are some of the top challenges that you
Mhm.
feel they're experiencing when they're attempting to package their brilliance or identify their niche when you're coaching them?
In coaching. So some of the top challenges are clarity, the confidence, and the consistency. So
Okay.
they call them the three C's, right? So most coaches don't have a signature program, which means they're constantly reinventing the wheel.
Mm.
They also lack systems, um, client onboarding, marketing structure,
Hmm.
operations, just to name a few. Again, those are, client onboarding, always a biggie. The marketing structure, how are they marketing? Without marketing, we our doors are closed to our businesses,
That's right.
no matter what business we're in, right? And then it's operations. How do you move every day? What is your mode of operandi? What are your what does your entire operation look like? And how do you maneuver within that operation every single day? And then, the thing about, having those, the client onboarding systems, the market instruction operations, is that when you have that, you're not overwhelmed. But not having that keeps you overwhelmed. And finally, many don't truly understand what makes their voice or methodology unique.
That's right.
And that is so key in any business, coaching or otherwise, right? That we really understand our own voices, the value that we bring to the
Mhm.
marketplace. And then coaches in particular, really developing those methodologies. I developed two that have 15 years ago when I first started that are still with me today, and I built them along the way, right? I built
Mm.
upon them. But
Okay.
once we clean up those pieces, everything changes.
That's good. If you see me, I'm over here typing as well. And that way I'm trying to capture your notes, but then I swipe too far to the left. And I'm like, "Ah," but you're masterful. You kept
To
right on
the
going.
left, to the left. Yeah.
So the value that we bring to the marketplace, and it was another comment, but then it went away. But clarity, confidence,
Yeah.
and
And
consistency,
consistency.
having that a system in place of how you function on a day-to-day
Mhm.
basis. What does the operations even look like daily? Because once you get in, I'm assuming because I can see you in motion, literally
Mhm.
as this powerhouse in motion, when you get in and you assess the situation
Mhm.
of these different business owners, can you quickly identify where their area of need is and how you can fill that need for them?
Precisely. Yeah.
Mm.
Just listening, asking just a few pointed questions. I know exactly where they are.
Okay.
You know, and one of the greatest challenges, which is a great challenge to have, and that is developing your entrepreneurial skill sets.
Mm.
And I teach the coaches that you're not just a coach, you are an entrepreneur who
Right.
coaches. You're an entrepreneur who speaks. You're an entrepreneur who has books and publications, right? You're an entrepreneur who does retreats. Okay? So those
Mm.
are the various ways to reach the
Good.
people to create the transformations, right?
Mhm.
But then also thinking in with those three different hats. When I talked about the systems and
Mm.
lacking the systems, the client onboarding was number one, because we've got to really understand the client's needs and the ease of transitions.
Mhm. Okay.
So when they come to you, as coaches, the expectation is that you're going to help create some type of transformation, whether you are a relationship coach, a leadership coach, a career coach, or whatever the case might be, life coach, right? And we've got to keep our clients first. What is their experience going to be like when they work with you? That's number one, right?
Yes.
And then the second hat, take that hat off, right? So client focus first, take that hat off. But then the marketing and marketing structure. We've got to have a way to connect to the hearts and the minds of the potential clients in the marketplace. So where is that for you? Meaning, where are your clients? Where are your potential clients? You go where they are and you stay there.
That's good.
You offer value there. You offer yourself there.
Yes.
You're not there just to make money. Money's going to come.
Right. Right.
Right? We got to give value first. And then that third hat is when you take that marketing hat off and you close the door to your office.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like? What does the entire operation look like? You're doing projections, you are doing the admin, right? You're following up with clients, potential clients, picking up the phone.
That's right.
Right? So many people, it's interesting because we run ads. And when I call clients or potential clients to say hello and thank you so much for completing the information.
Right.
And we do a masterclass every single week. We have one tonight at 7:00.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I call them, I get this so often. Is this coach? Is this the coach? Are you the person on the ad? It's like you're this movie star, like it's just an ad, right? But yes, I am, right? Yes, I am. And they're so excited, Kim. They are excited to hear a voice, especially in the world of AI. And I believe AI has its place, but there is nothing like what God created in that human touch.
That's right. That's right. I'm so glad that you're saying that because, yes, I actually am a part of another training with a young lady that comes on as well, Celeste Johnson, and she's talking specifically about that AI has its place, but there's the human advantage piece of things. And without that human connection, it just is just basically you just putting people on a rotator and they're just getting treated like a number or like they just don't matter. When you reach out and they say, "Is that you?" it automatically makes them feel like you care.
That's right.
And people don't care how much you know, as we've heard the quote many times, without knowing how much you really care for them personally, not about a group of people, but what do you care about pertaining to me and my development?
Yeah,
so
that's right.
This is good. Okay, wow. I know I'm learning a lot. That's why I'm over here taking notes and you seeing me coming in and out of the screen. I'm doing the most over here, but I'm enjoying myself thoroughly because I'm learning a lot. Anybody else that you are learning some things, please put what you're learning throughout this episode as well. I see you, Vicki L. Evans, one of our other Freestyle Friday experts, the woman of many hats is what she is. Hello, my beautiful friend, Kim Jacobs and Pamela Leu-Hing. Hey, Vicki. Let's see other comments that came in. My mom said, you got to do something or God will do something is what she said.
That's right. I love your mom. Hey, mama.
Hey, mommy. My mom loves you and your mom too. She's like, she loves y'all. And you even brought your mom to one of our networking events. I thought that just speaks volumes to who you are as a person. You were like, I can't figure out who's going to be able to watch mommy while I'm coming. And you brought her to the event. I'm like, what manner of woman is this? That's all I could think about when I say anyway. All right. Kingdom blessings. Overseer Apostle Clarissa Blissett is on. How are you, Apostle? She's coming to our Walk by Faith Network event, and she leads a lot of the prayer as well. Nice. And so we'll see you on December 10th. All right. Let's see. I see lots of others. I see lots of you that are on. So if you put a comment, I see you loving Mrs. B. I see you Merchant of Travel. I see all of you guys. So just make sure you put a comment and I will definitely acknowledge it so we can have that interactive participation. Let's go on to some more thoughts here. You say you're known for blending purpose with strategy. That's a special combination right there. I don't know if you put a little dash of it or a sprinkle of this or the whole salt in the earth type of situation. But in doing that, how do you help people align with their God-given assignment with the
Mhm.
practical business systems? Because systems sound so computerized, but how do you help people merge it all together?
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right. First of all, it's intimidating. Let's just call it what it is. Systems are intimidating. It's
Right,
like,
right.
oh my goodness, I gotta have a system. Well, how do you create a system? Is the question, right?
Mhm.
So I really believe purpose without strategy really leads to frustration. And we've got to understand, of course, what our purpose is first, right? And when we understand our purpose, then the next thing to do is understand the rules of engagement.
Right.
Everything has a rules of engagement. When people come into your home, there are rules. Like for us, we take our shoes off at the door, right? That's a rule. When you get into business, everything, when you're a coach, we have rules of engagement in coaching, how to
Mhm.
coach, right? How to create the transformations. When you speak and you're a paid speaker, there are rules of engagement even there. You know, understanding how to pitch yourself, understanding what's needed out there to even get booked as a speaker. And then with book writing, there are rules of engagement there in order for people to embrace your literary work. And so again, you know, purpose without strategy leads to frustration. And how do we eliminate that? You know,
Good.
strategy without the purpose lacks fulfillment.
Mm.
So without strategy, it's impossible
Yes, sir.
to really come to that place of fullness, right? Where um, we're really walking into what God would have us to do.
That's
And
good.
so, again, my work does bridge the two. So, we
Okay.
help the coaches get clear on the assignment God has given to them. Then we build the business systems to support it, the messaging, branding. So, we have a team. You know,
Okay.
back in 2020, when I talked about, you know, having to go to that corner, when I came out trying to figure this massive million piece puzzle out,
Right.
what I discovered was I needed everything in one place, especially when you get over 40, right? Don't get over
Over
50
40. That
and
that
pushing.
right there is a whole episode. Over 40. When you get over 40, what in the world? You got to compartmentalize and stuff, pull it all together.
Right, right. We needed to come right in, like right here, right? And so I said, God, if Lord help me create a one-stop shop where everything is right here, right? So a
Mhm.
coach can come in and get everything they need. So
Everything.
messaging, branding, marketing, operations, their website built for them, their brand developed for them, right?
Mm.
And their automations as well.
Yeah.
So when purpose and structure come together, Kim, a coach stops hustling and starts leading like a CEO.
Yes. That's good. That's good. I'm tired. I'm dinging a lot of different business owners because there is people. Everybody should be watching this and or hearing this. I'm also
Mhm.
with WDRB Media as well, so you may be hearing it
Yeah.
on iHeartRadio or different platforms, or you may be watching it on one of our network things through
Mhm.
CTR Media Network on Roku. Wherever you're tuning into the Kim Jacobs Show,
Mhm.
everybody you know should be privy to this particular episode. So make sure you're sharing it with your friends and family and business coaches, business owners, entrepreneurs. People need this. This is incredible,
Mhm.
incredible
Thank you,
information.
Kim.
So the coaching industry, though, when I think about this, because I just said share with them this,
Mhm.
it's overcrowded. Okay, so it's so much crowding in this industry. At
Mhm.
least people feel that way. I don't feel that way. I
Mhm.
actually feel, Coach P, that there is room for everybody's gifts and
Mhm.
talents, and that God expects us to use those gifts and talents and
Absolutely.
to put them to use. And the whole world misses out if we don't use them. So that's my philosophy.
That's right.
But how can an aspiring coach or somebody that's just a budding entrepreneur, they're looking to do some
Mhm.
great things, how do you help them be positioned to find their?
Mhm. Mhm. So, coaches really, in the way that we teach, right?
Mhm.
Coaches position themselves in the marketplace. Yes, it is. It's a $350 billion industry. And with so many people losing their jobs and things like that, they're looking at, okay, what can I do? What can I bring to the world? And yes, coaching is very very obtainable, right?
Right.
It's obtainable, or consulting even. So we got to show up with authenticity.
Yes.
That's number one, right? How do you set yourself apart? You got to be authentic. You got to be structured and consistent. So most coaches sound alike because they skip the foundational work. You know, in our program, in the Cultural Confidence program, they say it's like a master. I've heard it on several occasions from the students. This is like a master degree level course.
It
And
is.
so, with that being said, it's that because I know what's needed out here in the marketplace, being out here for 15 years. You got to have a strong foundation. So, you've got to know your voice, you've got to create a movement
Mm,
and the transformation that you're called to lead.
mm,
So when you own your story, you know, that's the other thing, really focusing on building your story and building a signature program that's going to serve your clients' greatest needs,
mm.
and then showing up consistently with value. Um, then you can rise above the noise. So people don't hire generic, they
Mm.
hire authentic authority.
Authentic authority.
Mhm.
Well, okay. Because you're gifted at packaging, even your wording. So as I'm hearing you say authentic authority,
Mhm.
elaborate more on that. What that means.
Mhm.
Authentic authority.
The
Those
authentic
specific.
authority, yes. And so what you're doing is you're bringing all of your experiences and
Mm,
your expertise to the table,
okay.
and your real self. That means, coaches, we got to do the work.
Mhm.
We got to do the work. I am still doing work on me. And, you know, one of the challenges of life is that when has gifted you, I knew that God had gifted me a very long time ago in so many different ways. And I asked God, God, can you show me how to use these gifts?
Mhm.
Can you show me how to use this voice? Because to walk in a room and say nothing and people look at you like, how can you help me? Kim, it happens
Mm,
so much.
mm.
And I say, to God be the glory that it happens, but that's a lot of responsibility,
Yes.
right? And to whom, what does Luke 12 say? 12:48, to whom much is given, much is required.
Yes.
And I raised my kids on that, and I live by that. Now, am I perfect in that? Absolutely not. But I
Mm,
remind myself, God has given me so much. I've got to step up my game.
that's
So
right.
that means that I have therapists. Yeah, I have therapists. There's a lot, especially when God has gifted you and in the intellectual
Yes,
arena and the know-how. It's a lot to have to manage.
it
And
really is.
yeah, and you make mistakes. You make
Mhm.
decisions that perhaps, you know, you didn't mean to make, didn't want to make. It just happened, right?
Right,
And you allowed it to happen. It didn't just happen. You allow it to happen. Let me just say that. You got to take full responsibility for that.
right,
But
right.
but that's the what is it?
Oh,
Authentic,
authenticity, you got it.
right. The
You the master of it, whether you can say it or not. I don't. It don't even. It doesn't
the
even matter.
authentic part of it is bringing all of that, right?
That's right.
All of the challenges, all the mistakes you've made in the past. And when you're a perfectionist on top of it, growing up as a perfectionist, oof, that's a lot of pressure on self.
It is.
And so it is a everyday work to
Mm.
work on self. That's why you see all these books behind me,
Oh, yeah.
because
My mom said we need to pack, right? Some different things because we're packing up some stuff. The first thing she said, we're gonna start with all those books. I was like, whoa, lady, well, you gotta touch the books. The first out
right,
of all of this stuff that's gotta be done, you gonna start with my books? Lady, don't
hey,
touch the books. Yes.
that's right, that's right. I grew up on the bookshelf, right? It takes a lot to manage self.
Yeah.
And you know, that's where the emotional, and I know we may be even going off topic now according to your question, but you asked about the
This is an
authenticity
authentic
part.
answer.
The authentic answer is emotional intelligence. Kim, had I learned emotional intelligence when I was a little girl, oh my goodness, Lord, where would I be?
Mm, mm.
And a lot of our decisions, all of our decisions, are based around how we manage our emotional, the effectiveness of those decisions, the outcomes of those decisions directly align to our emotional intelligence,
I agree.
right?
I 100% agree with you. Every decision is
Mhm.
linked to it in some capacity. So that's
Yes.
why it's so important to elevate our knowledge
Hmm.
and understand how we can get more well versed in specific subject matters and areas, whether it's your spiritual, your business, whatever it is. Learn as much as you can so
That's
that
right.
you are able to be proud of the outcome. And Vicki L. Evans said, I love a lot of books. I have a lot of books too.
Yes, Vicky. I know as a playwright, right? She has to read a lot.
She also said, I love hearing Pamela Leu-Hing speak. I initially met her at Velma Leaks Small Business Consortium. And actually, that's where I had the opportunity of connecting with you there as well. And I had the great opportunity to teach her daughter acting classes as well.
She sure did. Yes, she did.
And
Thank you,
she taught my
Vicky.
son Jeremiah acting classes as well. So
Mhm.
Vicky is a powerful force to be reckoned with. She's also a Freestyle Friday expert here on the Kim Jacobs Show. And she is a playwright, has a production called
Mhm.
The Gift, and
Oh,
travels
that's amazing.
internationally with her plays. And I know recently, one time it was at the Blumenthal Theater. So she gets lots of awards for her performances and productions as well. So I
Yes,
wanted to put a picture up. Now, your son, does he have the beautiful birthmark on his head?
he does. He
Okay,
gives
I
that
want to
to
make sure
my
I'm putting the
mom.
right picture up because I'm back here being sleuth.
Yeah,
And then
girl,
I'll be
that's
done
not my
pushing
man.
old.
You hear me? You hear
Huh.
me, Kim? I said that's not my man.
Oh, yeah, I know. Because I was like, he look a little older. And even though I
Yes,
know they've changed they've grown significantly since this picture. But talk
yes.
to us about your family.
Yeah, so my son is now 34 and he's in the Atlanta area. He is an entrepreneur at heart. He has a cleaning business, commercial cleaning business. He also does landscape and a myriad of other things. He's also a licensed barber. He has been since he was in high school. That's how he earned all his extra money. So that's my son. And then Carrington is now 22 and she is a professional dancer. And so it has been a journey. She just relocated to the Atlanta area. So if anybody's out there and you know that you have a connection with Tyler Perry or anyone out there in Atlanta who is in the dance industry, acting industry, please connect with me because my daughter is there and she has been unofficially signed. We're excited by an agent. And so she is now doing her thing.
I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. I follow you all on social media a lot. And so I get a chance to see her growth and development and how God is just doing she's unstoppable is all I can say. She's on a mission to accomplish some great things. Okay, so when I want to play, I wanted to find it was like a video or something that I thought was really a good thing to introduce. Let me see if I can find this. Well, let me ask this question while I'm looking because I'm over here doing multiple things. This is when you know your gifts and your talents, right? Because if somebody had to do what I'm over here doing, they would be like, you could take me completely
Multitasking.
off. This is not my gift, right? But I've mastered this part of life here. So let's see. You teach branding as more than just visual, because a lot
Mhm.
of times people are talking about this is my marketing, this is
Yeah.
my presentation package or whatever. But you talk in terms of it means to be like a movement brand.
Yeah.
So how do coaches begin creating one of those concepts that you're teaching?
Yes, yes. So it really, again, is understanding your client, right? So
Okay.
you're understanding um, the demographics and the psychographics of those clients. So, the basic demographics, the age, the gender, socioeconomic status, things of that nature. So that's demographics. Psychographics is really how they think, the lifestyle,
Hmm.
right? Where do they hang out?
Okay.
Really understanding them at their core. What car do they drive?
Right. Right.
What do they do in the community? Are they in the community? Do they hang out at the yacht club or the country club or the neighborhood club, right? So really understanding your clientele is the very first strategy, right? So you got to really understand your client and the client at its core. So that's the first thing. So once you do that, now that we understand who that client is, what are their deepest desires?
Okay.
What problems are they having, first of all? Because that's the first thing, right? Understanding what's keeping them up at night. What's their Achilles heel? Once you understand the problem that they're having, now you can provide the solution.
That's right.
And so what does that solution look like as a coach, as a consultant? Developing a program with your methodologies and teaching that program, right? And in doing so, how do you go from understanding your client from one end of the spectrum to then getting them enrolled in your programs and getting them to know, like, and trust you? There's a lot that happens in between, and that's where the movement begins.
Okay.
So I liken this movement, Kim, I always liken it to Dr. King and the Civil Rights Movement.
Okay.
When Dr. King started, when he first got that vision for the Civil Rights Movement, it began with the beloved community. So the beloved community was a community where there was unity, where there was peace, there was togetherness, people working together for common cause. There was love there. And so he modeled the movement, the Civil Rights Movement, off of that concept of the beloved community, the nonviolent movement, right? That's how we're going to create change. And so he took that premise with the values, of course, that his mother and father raised him with, then with the word, and he invited a few folks to the room. He shared the vision. Those people then went out, got more people. They shared the vision. Those people went out and got more like-minded people. They came in. Right. And before you knew it, Kim, where would we be had Dr. King not moved on his movement? That's the question I ask. Now we got a long way to go. I know some folks out there saying, yeah, we got a long. Yes, we do. But guess what? Where would we have been? That's right. Had he not moved? That's and right. So in how we work with coaches, that's what I teach them. I teach them from that framework, right? That mode of thinking, because creating a movement is about creating synergy and energy around a concept.
That's good.
And so that's really what it's all about.
That's really good. So that synergy, that movement around, because whenever as I'm hearing you speak, I can think of the visual of this. You start here, but then it's a ripple effect. So then it goes and then it goes and grows. Then it's another group of people that have to gain hold or grab hold or got to do something. Like your mom says, somebody got to do something. That's right. So they grab hold to the concept and then they start moving it forward. Then they start moving it forward, and it's just a continuation of movement. Wow.
Continuation of movement. It's what they believe, what they teach, and what they stand for, right? And then the transformation begins. So, when their audience resonate with that transformation, when it touches their hearts and their minds, and they get on board, you don't just build a business, Kim. You build loyalty, you build community, and you're making a powerful impact.
That's good. Yeah, this is good. So you all listen. We're talking today with Pamela Leu-Hing. If some of you are just joining, I want to make sure that I put her information up and how you can stay connected with her on social media, mainly on her Instagram page at PLUE-Hing, HING. That's for our audio listeners as well. So it's at PLUE-HING, correct?
So without the hyphen though for IG.
Oh, without the hyphen. Okay.
So it's just P. Leu-Hing.
P. Leu-Hing. So no hyphen for let's go back. To stay connected with Pamela Leu-Hing on Instagram, it's going to be at P. Leu-Hing.
That's correct.
LUEHING. Make sure you all are following her on her social media page.
Yes, that and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is just my name. Pamela Leu-Hing.
And on LinkedIn, it's Pamela Leu-Hing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I know I see a lot of information and articles and different things from you as
Mm-hmm.
well. I do want to put, instead of taking a formal commercial break, I do want to put up that we are having our Walk by Faith network. The topic is building authentic relationships. If you have never heard Dr. Natalie Williams speak, she recently hosted a conference called the Heart of a Woman Conference. There were over maybe about 500 or so attendees there, and she's coming to speak at the Walk by Faith Network. We already have, I think all of the vendor tables are already gone, but you're going to meet people like the owner of Silver Shield Security, Janelle Jackson. You're going to meet Fatima Lewis, and she has a home decor staging company. You're going to meet Lisa. And she is going to be doing some jewelry, and you're going to be meeting overseer Clarissa, and she's going to be leading our prayer. You're going to be meeting Felinda, who's going to be sharing a very special poem that is going to change your life forever at this event. So make sure you're there. You're going to meet my mom, Ella Spradley, she's the owner of Ella's Compassionate Heart. My mom had double bypass surgery, and she started a business where she's able to keep people connected with their loved ones, their business associates, because people are so busy, nobody gets a chance to have that human connection. So she has Ella's Compassionate Heart. Lots of people are going to be in the house, so you want to be there. I'll put the link here for you to go ahead and register. And I offered a holiday discount, so everybody's getting 10% off, regardless of which way you're choosing to do it. It's on Eventbrite, the tickets, and then you can also Zelle using phone number 704-962-7161. So hope to see you at the event. Okay, I want to share this video that I think is just going to speak to what we're talking about next here. Next level mastermind. And I think you share this so eloquently. So I'm going to pull this in for you. And let me see if y'all can hear everything. Give me a heads up that you can hear it. See, wait a minute right now.
Are you ready to take your coaching to
Yes.
the next level and become a triple threat? A coach, speaker, and an author. Well, imagine mastering all three: coaching, speaking, and becoming an author while building a business that scales and transforms lives. I'm Coach P, and I've created something very special for women coaches just like you, and it's called the Next Level Mastermind. And it's designed to help you grow, connect, and thrive in your coaching business. Inside the Next Level Mastermind, you'll get access to weekly live coaching sessions, on demand trainings, and a powerful community of like minded women coaches just like you. This is where you'll learn the exact strategies to grow your coaching business, master the art of speaking, and write your own story. Normally, high level masterminds like this cost thousands of dollars, but I'm making available to you for just $47 a month. You'll get exclusive spotlight coaching sessions where I coach one and coach all, so everyone benefits. You have access to a library of on demand trainings covering everything from marketing to mindset. So you never run out of fresh strategies and fresh ideas. Plus, imagine having a certified life and business coach at your fingertips, guiding you every step of the way. And that would be me, Coach P. Exactly what makes our next level mastermind so amazing. You'll never be alone. Our powerhouse community of women coaches they're always here to support you, encourage you, and push you to the next level. You'll collaborate with coaches, speakers, and authors who are on the same journey as you, ready to learn and to grow. For just $47 a month, you can access everything, but this offer won't last forever. The price is going up soon, so sign up now and lock in your price. Cancel anytime, no strings attached. If you want to scale your coaching business, write your story, and master the stage, this is your chance. Click the link below to join the Next Level Mastermind today. Don't wait to become a triple threat. Master coaching, speaking, and becoming an author, and watch your business soar. And you know what? We have this saying that says you just got to be in the room. So come on and get in the room. This is your moment, and I can't wait to guide you on this incredible journey.
Oh, I am excited about the next level mastermind. So talk to us some more about it. I know you talked about it on the video, but
Yes.
how do people get started immediately?
Oh my goodness. The mastermind has really morphed into something that has been very instrumental for coaches in terms of reaching their goals, right? And supporting them, holding them accountable. We launched the mastermind back in August of 2024. And it really supports our signature program, which is the Coach with Confidence Academy. It's a standalone, though. The Next Level Mastermind membership is standalone, but when a student finishes the academy, it's a nice progression and a nice alignment to the next level with the Next Level Mastermind. And then if you're not in the academy, it still is a great support in your business. If you are an experienced coach, if you're a brand new coach, no matter where you are, there's something there for you.
Yes, there is. I actually had the pleasure, some of you weren't on earlier, but I had the pleasure of participating in one of her recent mastermind sessions. And you can tell the teamwork, the camaraderie, the people are on one accord. She's coaching people, but she's also just taking the mask off and really being in an authentic, raw fashion is so helpful. And you allowed me to be the guest speaker at that particular one. So I thank you for that opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the mastermind really is, I'm passionate about it because it allows the coaches to focus on becoming triple threats. So we have coaches out there who say, I really want to write my book, or I really want to get paid to speak. And use my speaking to build my coaching business. And that's what we teach. We teach you how to build your business and leverage speaking and your book to build your coaching business. That's the whole focus of the Next Level Mastermind membership. And I'm excited because we are relaunching in the relaunch phase. And what does that mean? We are doing something that we've not done before. And that is we've lowered that price. You heard 47 to 37 for the next few weeks.
Oh my gosh. Because I was thinking, I heard you say that when we were in the session, but I wasn't sure if it was just for those individuals. So I wasn't going to yell it out on the show. 37 for everybody?
37 a month. You can cancel at any time. It's just 37 a month, but there's a short window. And then once it closes, it will go back to the 47. But right now, people can get in at the Founders Special. That's the Founders Special. And those who are there have been with us. They're the founders. So we're opening it up to the marketplace for coaches to come in. And again, whether they're an aspiring coach and or they're scaling and they need support in those areas.
Wow. And is there a special code that you have to put when they go to Powerhouse in Motion?
If they go to the link to that page that you're on right now,
okay,
the link is right there. They can go ahead and
powerhouseinmotion.com. Powerhouseinmotion.com. For all of you audio listeners, make sure that you go to powerhouseinmotion.com. The amount to be a part of this masterful mastermind coaching class with other like-minded individuals is only $37 a month for right now. The price will clearly go up. She has a whole video over there on her website that says 47. So you're not going to get that for no long period of time. You better enjoy it during the holiday season while she's in the giving spirit.
Yes. And you know what's exciting? We had, so the way that the mastermind is designed, we focus on one discipline a month. So 1 month is coaching. The next month is becoming an author. The next month is speaking. That's when you came, a month of November. Well, then we take a gap month. So we do 12 weeks straight of a power hour, 1 hour a week on a Friday. So if you're working, you can come during that hour and get the value, get training, connect with like-minded coaches. But during December, this month, on December 20th, we are doing our, what we call a gap month workshop. And that's on a specific subject matter. So the subject matter this month is what? Can you guess, Kim?
It's going forward, I would think.
Yeah, getting ready for 2026.
I'm like, it's got to be something
strategic planning. Yeah, so it's strategic planning for 2026. That's what we're going to be doing on December 20th. So when you join, you'll be able to be a part of that workshop so that you can get your plan together, because 2026 is coming. Blink and it'll be here.
Okay, This is some incredible information. I have just a couple more questions, and we kind of do like a speed answer for them because I don't want us
Okay.
to get off without you hearing these answers to what I
Yes.
think you're going to be able to even help those that
Mhm.
may or may never take your training class, but they still need to know how to do this. What
Okay.
do you feel is the biggest barrier for people having the confidence to move to the next phase
It's
so that they
fear.
can overcome? What is
Yep.
it?
Fear.
Fear.
Fear of being seen, the fear of failure, and fear of not being good enough. So
Fear.
that's what we do. We help those coaches overcome that by giving them the clarity, the strategy, and the support.
Fear, y'all. Kick fear in the head.
Mhm.
Fear is false evidence appearing
Mhm.
real.
Mhm.
That's something I've heard as a quote, but I love quotes because I'm an avid reader. So I'm forever, see, I don't know who to give it credit to. But anyway, as a 10-time author, because you have written so many books, I have quite a few of your books right here on my shelf, and even your workbooks and everything, your calendars, you name it, you've done it. And it's all on your powerhouseinmotion.com store. But as a 10-time author and a seasoned storyteller, how can coaches use their personal story as a powerful business asset
Mhm.
and client attraction, almost like that they're a magnet because of their story?
Mhm. Kim, our stories, it's a part of who we are. It's the
Mhm.
strongest sales tool you will ever have.
Yes.
So we've got to be relatable, right? We got to build that trust, and it's got to be memorable. And that's what's going to do it when you share from your heart. So we teach the coaches to use the storytelling model that we teach to turn their experiences into a message that attracts the people that they're called to serve. So people don't connect with perfection. They connect with the journey, the experience, the lessons, and the transformation.
Yeah.
So your story creates emotional resonance and positions you as the guide that people can trust.
Oh, girl, you just got this pouring out of your pores. It's just all of this powerhouse in motion wording is coming through, seeping through your pores. Okay, listen, this book, these are some of the books and products and services that are offered. There's a new book that just came out. That's why I popped this up right on your website. Tell everybody about your new book because people can at least grab that for the holidays and gift it to someone.
Yes, 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 yes. So the newest book actually was launched a couple of years ago, and I have it sitting right here, and you
Oh,
have it up on screen too. But this is the Powerhouse Coach in Motion, the ultimate playbook for new coaches, and it is a Cliff Notes version of our Coach with Confidence Academy. So it's 12 modules, it's 90 days, so you can do it in 90 days if you're focused, right? If you're focused, you get in there, but you have lifetime access to it. But this is a Cliff Notes version of that program.
and I have that book too. I have all. I think I have all of your books. But
Yeah.
when she mails you the books, because she mailed this particular one to me, it came so beautifully packaged too. So I wanted to compliment you and let you know that I really appreciate the effort that you put into the packaging when you sent your latest book. Yeah, that was beautiful, beautiful. So thank you. Let's see. All right, I think okay. You spent over 30 years because I don't want to downplay the fact that you have spent over 30 years. This is not something that you new to. You're like people say true to it. This you have a proven track record, Pamela, of success. And even in entrepreneurship and 14 years, even in the coaching, now I think it's been 15 years in the coaching industry. So what piece of advice would you give any entrepreneur who knows that he or she is called to more, but they just feel like they're stuck, they're not sure, and they
Mhm.
don't know how to move to the next step? Any thoughts?
Yeah, yeah. So you mentioned a word. You said proven successes, but I've also had some proven failures. So that's the first thing I want to say. That your next level doesn't require perfection; it requires movement
Hmm.
and forgiving yourself. And if there's someone that you have relationships with that went south, then make good on that. Make good on that. Pray
That's
about it. Forgive yourself, and then make good on that. Right?
that's good.
Move past it, and remember that your next level again doesn't require perfection. So if God placed the vision inside of you, He's already, you heard it before, He's already equipped you for the call. He's equipped you to execute it. So start where you are, use what you have on hand. and align yourself with people and circles who are going to help guide you. So I have a very tight circle, Kim. You're part of that circle.
I know. Thank you for letting me in. I want to get in there.
So, the circle will help hold you up. I call you, I call different people in my circle, it's a very tight circle, for advice. Like, how should I make this decision? Because I'll be honest, when you're dealing with your own health issues and you're also a caregiver, your mind can, you need help. Just say that way, right? So your assignment, I'll just finish with this, Kim. Your assignment is waiting on you to say yes. So I
Wow.
want to encourage you, don't delay, because that is your destiny and you just need to step into it.
Wow, yeah. We couldn't, I don't think we could cram any more than we did in this 1 hour. Your next level does not require perfection. Someone made a comment and I wanted to find that comment. Hold on real quick. Vicky said yes, yes to everything that you said. My mom said, Pamela and Vicky, I promise you I will not come to pack your books. Oh, she said she won't come pack our books. I'm not packing Kim's books. I'm putting the books in containers to organize them because I have like probably every bit of 300, 400 books or whatever. So she's just like overwhelmed by all these books. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with, internationally known like Josephine
Oh,
Baker, talking about your
God.
daughter,
Thank
Carrington.
you. Thank you.
And then
We've been,
somebody else had a comment. I hope I try my best. Oh, here. Exactly. Kirk by Clark
mm,
says, Coach P is helping me overcome the fear of fulfilling my purpose.
ah, guess what? Who's that? Put it back up, please,
Oh,
for just
yes,
a
I sure
moment.
will. Okay, go ahead.
Kirk is Kirk by Clark, 7978. You are who I showed up for today. I prayed. I said, God, bring who needs to be here today.
Hmm.
Thank you for that. Thank you for your transparency.
Wow. Wow. Okay. And I see you over there on Instagram and different places. I see you, Ernette. I see you all. So thank you all. I'm going to put Powerhouse in motion. So it is right here in your ways that you can just click and participate. Powerhouseinmotion.com. Is there anything that we did not get a chance to say on today's episode that you really did want to close out and say?
Got to do something. Staying still is not an option. And I'm going to do a live actually when we finish here. And that live, I'm going to give it to y'all now. It's going to be on power moves. When our backs are against the wall, we feel like there's nothing we can do. You have three, and I want y'all to remember this. You have three power moves that you can always make when your back is against a wall. The one is to be still and do nothing and pray and let God do the work. But then realizing that faith without works is dead, we got to do our part. The next part is number 2. 3 words that I want you to remember. It's a complete sentence. No, thank you. No, thank you. We don't have to accept everything. And I've made decisions, Kim, that I'm like, why did I do that? Right? Why did I do that? No, thank you is good. It's good enough. That's a power move, y'all. And the third is know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away.
I'm typing what you said. and when to walk away. Yeah, this is some, if you just apply anything that you learned on today's episode, your life is going to be better, not just for the holiday season, but for the rest of your brand new life. Apply
Yes.
what Coach P talked about. Power moves, 3 of them that we can implement immediately. Do nothing and let God do the work. No, thank you. Number 3, know when to hold them and when to fold them and when to walk away. Coach P's advice for you all. I'm grateful for you being here today, and we're getting ready to disconnect. I do want to make sure that I give you the opportunity and thank you because you did donate to the Kim Jacobs Show. So I just want to say thank you for believing in our program and partnering with us. If you haven't, please make sure you take a moment. You can do it through any of our platforms, whether it's through Zelle, 704-962-7161, Venmo, at the Kim Jacobs Show, or paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc. We do have Patreon membership as well, and that's exclusive content that does not go on social media and other platforms. So please feel free to partner with us and allow us to continue to bring balance to the world, one household at a time, as we're doing today with Dr. I would say Minister, Evangelist, Coach Pamela Leu-Hing. Thank you for blessing me today by being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And join us tonight, Kim. 7:00. I'm doing the training. I forgot about that.
And you know what? What I enjoyed the last time, anybody that misses it is missing something huge. So make sure y'all are in the house to participate. How do they stay connected with you? One more time.
Yes. On IG at P Leu-Hing, Pluehing, and then LinkedIn would be Pamela Leu-Hing.
All right, everybody. On that note, we are going to, I'm doing a whole bunch of buttons over here, but I'm super excited because I get the opportunity. Oh, I should tell everybody one more thing. We have one seat left in our upcoming training class. So we take 5 students and I take you on this 6-week journey on starting your own show from scratch. It's audio ready so that all of the training, when you finish, you're going to be able to be audio ready with your show, social media ready, and network ready. So it's a universal training, one-stop shop for you to be able to learn how to start your own virtual show right from the comfort of your home with 5 students. And we have 1 seat left. So if you're interested, just reach out to me. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, Pamela.
Thank you, Kim, for having me.
All right, everybody, have a great day. And thank you for tuning into this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. I love each and every one of you all, and happy holidays too. All right. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you and make it a great day.